Hello, in this video I will be going over custom functions in AI Hub. Custom functions can be used in a variety of ways. The first main way is to do a field extraction. For example, we have a driver's license. Perhaps we want to be able to determine the age of the person who's on the license. Now we could use a text extraction or reasoning field to accomplish this. But remember that these fields are relying on an LLM, which may answer correctly, but it is only predicting what the correct answer is. There is no deterministic calculation being done. So if your use case requires precise answers, use a custom function field. Now I will show you what that looks like. I'm going to add a field. I'm going to label it age. Note that this field has the same field sections as any other field, such as hide field, cleaning, and validation. We will switch to a custom function field. And here we can see a code editor opens up. We can name our custom function. I will name it calculate age. Right below it, we can see add argument. This is where we're going to tell it which field you want to derive. We can select as many or as few fields as we would like, but this one we only need the data form. On the right-hand side, you can see text where we can show either text or text choices. Choices being stringing options like new specify and the potential of the code. For this use case, we'll leave it as text. As well, if we want to use custom keys in our application, we can ask it to show us which keys are available. There's system keys, custom keys, which we can hide from this one, as well as secret keys, which we can also add. These keys are used at the app level as input. As well, right before the function definition, you can see inputted shared functions. From here, we can access a function library. These are pre-written functions that are available to us, and we can also create these, which I will show later. For now, I'm going to copy and paste a function I have pre-written for this demo. When I hit run code, you can see the pane opens up to show us the file result. In this case, we had a Python error. Now, I'm going to paste the correct code in. Now, I can click run code, and you can see the result is 48. Now, going back to the idea of the function library, say we've created this function calculate age, and we want to use it across multiple apps, or multiple fields, or multiple classes. Again, I'll keep this copied. And when you navigate to your workspace, you can see in the top right function library, open this. Click create, and here you can see where you can define this function. I will paste the code that we had before, update the formatting, and above it, now we'll set its function name. Enter a brief description, and add any arguments that are needed. In this case, only one argument is needed, but more arguments can be added. And as you add them, you can see in the top right, test values with arguments appear. Here, you can test your function. I put in January 1st, 1990, run code, and the result is 36. When I'm satisfied with my function, I can click Publish Function. Now, this function will be available to us for any time we want to write a custom field. Going back to our original project, if I click Show Function Library, I can now see the function we just created. Say I would rather import this function, rather than define it every single time. I simply click Import Function. And now, instead of having all of this code here, I can simply call calculate age and return that value. And you can see that the same result, 48, is returned. Custom functions can also be used in cleaning by adding custom cleaning function, or if you want to manipulate values returned by the field, as well as custom rule validation using a validation function. One note about custom functions is that, because they rely on input fields, your fields must be in the proper order. Meaning, because age depends on date of birth, the app must have date of birth defined before age. Otherwise, we will not be able to use date of birth as input to age. Now, if you're building your app and you find that you need to reorder your fields, in order to accomplish this, you can use the up and down arrows down below. In our case, because age is defined last, we would be able to use any field preceding it. You can now use custom functions to apply tailored logic and transform extracted data to meet your specific processing needs.